How about Jared Fogle? How about the Subway guy?
I don't think he did anything that bad.
I don't recall what he did, but
what he did. He was a pedophile.
Okay, there's lots of pedophiles. Did he rape any actual children?
I don't know. Jared.
He watched a bunch of child porn and he did something with kids, probably.
I'm pretty sure he flirted with some 14-year-old girls and owned some child porn.
I think he did.
Well, I consider owning child porn pretty high up there on the not great list.
I don't think he throw him into the
sex for underage girls.
Paid for sex for underage girls.
How old were they? How old? Oh, the exact age matters so much to me.
No.
Okay, I'm trying. Hold on.
All right, so you're one of those 17 or 14.
Yeah, or even like I think there's a massive difference. Like if you say 8, all right, throw him in. But if you say 14, I don't think so.
Hold on.
Oh, it's going to be in the middle. So Kyle's going to take a quick
you're going to have to take a hard stance on.
I don't have the answer to your question on how old the girls he paid to have sex with were, but the child porn went down to 9 years old.
Ooh, I don't like that. Look,
right,
but as long as he's not in the porno.
Ooh, I don't like that.
Seems like he had some real dark stuff on his hard drive, Mike.
Ooh, too hard of a stance on this one too quick.
I really it's so wild to me that I could conceptually get behind somebody's desire to get shit and eat that shit, right? Like to literally eat shit for sexual desire.
Yeah.
Like the idea for me, thinking of somebody who's like 20 years old, I'm like, you have homework. Like, don't
20?
talk to me. 20?
You shouldn't have homework or I guess college. Yeah.
Yeah. You're not you have home. All right. Let me give an example. I did go, I went, I matched many a couple years ago to, on Tinder with somebody. And, I dropped out of college at 18. I only went 1 year. And I've been doing this whole shit since then. And her profile said 24, whatever. We were at dinner. She was like talking about how stressed she was. And I was like, what's up? What's work got you down or whatever? And she goes, oh, no, I've got a lab report due tomorrow. And I was like, oh, I had no idea you're in biochem or whatever. And she goes, no, just chemistry. And I was like, oh, cool. Like gen ed chemistry? She's like, no, high school chemistry.
Oh no.
And I was like, excuse you? Like, yeah, I'm 18. Lord, I was like, wow, this has been a really great time.
Oh, that's too young?
You just straight
18's
lied.
too young?
She was at the finish line, and you said this was years ago, and you're only 26?
I'm 28 now. No, this was when I was 24 or 23. I just moved back to LA. I was like, hey, let me try this new Tinder shit. Yeah, it was just an awful. That I literally was like, and we remove the app, and we're done with this whole thing. Like, what do you mean?
That was you did? Just got rid of it?
Taylor, let me ask you a question. Before you had an ex-girlfriend, what did you put that slider on Tinder?
18.
You're goddamn right, 18.
You guys are weird. All right, the thought of, all right, hypothetically speak, bro,
Cast
you
a
have
wide
to ask
net.
her parents to pick her up.
Cast a wide.
You can't
You
even
need the
go to,
widest net. When you look like I do, a wide net.
you can't even go to a bar with her.
18 to 40. I don't want to go to a bar. We're cool.
My current
that-
Tinder is 23 to 35 because I need at least a semblance of adulthood. Like you need to at least be paying taxes, and I
What's
need
that
you to
Eminem
have
song? Look at her bush. Does it got hair on it?
No one perfect. Is that what he says? Yeah.
Fuck that shit.
And I
Do
do
this,
remember.
bitch.
I think in all seriousness, I put it down to 21 because of that same thought of sometimes 18, sometimes 21. But I don't want to go to get coffee. I don't want to have a morning time date. I want to go out at night and get a beer. What are we gonna do?
Coffee sounds way more attractive to me.
I can have my
Shut
look.
up.
First of all,
Woody.
I'm not allowed.
It's like,
I'm not allowed a beer, Taylor. So
Okay, fair enough. You are extraneous.
you're right. Thank God our justice system is forcing Kyle into underage kids.
No underage kids, but 18 is legal.
That's funny. Kyle you specifically targets 18 to 20, so he's not pressured to drink.
Look, you guys are creating another predator. I swear to God.
Look, if it would go to 7, If it went to 17, I'd slide it to 17.
Well, I mean, 16 is legal usually, right?
If it went to 16, I'd slide it to 16 if that's legal. Whatever's legal is what we slide it to.
You got to go to one of the states.
Oh, you don't. Oh, you're still on your learner's permit? No problem. I've got my. Not to brag, but I have my full license.
Yeah, dude, that might be like an attractive part of you. She could learn to drive.
I'm gonna meet your dad. Oh. You're 38. Nice to meet you.
I'm dating this guy, Kyle. He lets me drive his car.
After me. I know you.
I remember you.
Yeah, you played football.
Oh, I humiliated her dad.
We had gym together.
You're telling her stories about you bullied her dad in high school.
Your dad was a real faggot in school.
I used to snap towels at your bitch ass dad when he was trying to dry off.
I was 3 years younger and I picked on him. Come on, what a loser. She's like, yeah, he sucks.
My dad sucks. I'm gonna get back at him by fucking you. Yeah, your dad does suck. That would really show him, wouldn't it?
He'd hate that.
Yeah, and you wouldn't be lying,
No. Slide that bitch to 18. That's where it fucking goes. Like I slided to 18. And I'm like, what? That's all she's got. I'm like fucking Scotty in Star Trek. I'm giving her all she's got, Captain.
You ever seen that picture of it was like Anthony Cumia standing with like a 19-year-old girl, and the parents are younger than he is.
And he's like Anthony Cumia.
Anthony Cumia. He was on the Opie and Anthony show. Very funny radio show back in the day. I listened. Yeah. It was my biggest influence. What makes me laugh now, I have to say, it was so fucking funny. They had all the great comedians. I love his guests, but he had a thing where like he would go weirdly young as like what was he at the time? Probably like a 40 something year old man, mid 40s. Yeah, there you go. And he's in his giant castle he lives in, holding his cat, and those are the parents of the girl he's about to take on a date.
Oh.
Isn't that bizarre?
No, it's perfectly normal. Back me up, Kyle.
Anthony Cumia is the hero that we need, not the one we deserve. All right, he is the Batman of Tinder.
Dude, that chick is hot. How old is she?
I don't know. I remember.
So you always ask first and then.
Yes, I look. I'm new at this.
I mean, that one on the left, 11.
She looks like 16.
God, maybe 11.
16. I'm hoping she's 8. Oh, that chick is going to be hot.
Well, she's definitely
about the cat.
Nah, she's got fat wrists.
No, the one that Anthony's standing next to, obviously, she is of age because this is like a pre-date kind of picture. If I'm remembering my O&A lore correctly.
Look at that. She's got a digital watch on because she can't read a clock.
I was talking about the mom. There's some of the mom.
Oh, the mom. I'm sure.
She's the hot one.
Yeah, she's looking tremendous. And look at that dad. Like, what's
Mom's
why'd I drive us?
Dad.
Why'd I drive us here?
Dad didn't look that bad until he found out his daughter was dating Anthony Cumia.
Oh, where's
right?
That man had a full head of dark hair before that.
At the start of the night.
Yeah, it was like rapid aging as he's standing there.
Now he looks.
Where's your nice strapping young boy that's going to be taking my girl out? Oh no, it'll be me.
Where's your son? Is he? This is your home.
Where's little Anthony?
Where's little Anthony? Where's Aunt Junior?
Here he is.
That's what I call my dick.
Aunt Junior's coming out later on, I promise.
Uh-huh.
God damn, that man is a hero for us all.
Mm-hmm.
Is he the true pope of the Church of Kyle?
He may be. He may be a godlike figure that we look to. He's the guy who's like in the stained glass on our building.
Looking into Anthony Cumia with the halo.
The halo and the light emanating from his cock. Just killing it. Hilarious. That girl is shockingly young.
No,
like she looks like a high schooler. You know why? Because she's a high schooler.
She's a high schooler. She's standing like a kid.
Yeah, she hasn't figured out like how to stand yet. She's only been walking for like 8 years.
Yeah, she's still figuring out, like, when you get that growth spurt and you're walking all gangly and weird for a while, she's still there. She shot up 5 inches in the past summer and she's getting used to it. Yeah, that was.
God, I love that. No, you put that motherfucker on 18. Got no fucking shame. What, were you worried that you're gonna have like an immature conversation? Who do you think you're talking to?
We're worried what her dad will think of you.
I just prefer the date to be at a bar generally at night.
What would her dad think? I don't know. Let's open up with a few of my felonies. Let's tell him about that. He's not going to think much no matter what. She's going to be 40 and he's not going to like me.
I'm with Kyle on this, actually, because I also want an 18 to 20-year-old who won't pressure me to drink.
There you go. There you go.
A huge advantage.
I mean, my parents...
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. My parents never actually drank the entire time that I grew up with them, lived with them. Maybe I remember my parents having like a couple glasses of wine during like the family cul-de-sac fucking meal that they did with all the other parents, right? And they'd come back and my mom was drinking or whatever. But like almost never in my life did my dad say, oh, I'm going to have a glass of whiskey or whatever and sit down and watch TV. However, now that I am of age and since I've been of age, I think my parents have really ratcheted up the amount that they drink. I mean, to the point where every time that they come over or I go over, they're like, hey, we were just at the brewery. We got you this 32-ounce can of beer from the brewery. We're picking you up at the airport. We'll have it for you in the car. And then they gave it to me and they're like, there's no open container law in North Carolina. You're free to drink that in the back if you want to sample that. Like, I think that having a adult son has propelled them into alcoholism a little bit more than
that, or they just hid it from you because they didn't want to get bad example.
They were just no. My parents definitely never drank.
Yeah, like much. I certainly never saw my dad get like tipsy or anything until I was a man grown. They would always have a couple of beers, like, but never like to excess. It would usually be like at the end of a hot summer day. You know, there'd be a couple of Miller Lights would come out, something like that. Maybe some margaritas. Yeah, some margaritas maybe, but like as I got into like my early 20s and stuff, and like my dad and I would like be playing poker together in bars, like we'd both be drinking and get a little fucked up, you know.
Yeah, no, I don't think it was. I mean, even if you did like the whole like crab picking in the summer where it was like 19 families and we're all just eating crab and there's beers everywhere, I don't even think I saw my parents drinking then. They just didn't. Casually, they did drink at some point in time, but it was not like it was like a once a month thing versus now where they came over, they were just in town seeing my new place for the first time. And like the entire time we were drinking there, my mom was like, well, it's like 7 p.m. What do you want to do? And I was like, I don't know, maybe dinner. She's like, yeah, let's go out and get some drinks and dinner. And I was like, yeah, let's eat first and then we'll get some drinks after. Like, what the
Slow
fuck?
down, you lush.
She's like, maybe.
Yeah, she's like shaking. She's like, maybe a little bottle.
You got
of
anything here? Did I see witch hazel in the cupboard?
You've got mouthwash. This mouthwash is tasty, right? Like,
dude, yeah, I'm looking forward to getting my dad. I'm looking forward to getting my dad stoned. I'm gonna take my dad on a little road trip. You know, in the fall.
Is he open to it?
He'll get on board. He hasn't smoked since he was like 20.
No, but he did smoke at some point in time.
He smoked, I think, once or twice. I may have told the story. Did I tell a story here before about him like running stop signs and stuff stoned?
Yeah.
Like he was like 30, 35 or something like that, and had like a bad experience. He was like, they pulled out this funny looking pipe, and all those girls were smoking it, and
it was actually crack.
Oh God, I hope not. The way he described it, it sounded definitely like weed. But you know, they pulled out this funny looking pipe, and everybody started smoking it, and it got passed on to me. And I was like, I'm not gonna not smoke it, so you got to fit in.
It's a bullshit weed too. That long ago, so you're gonna have to
some bunk weed, brick weed.
Oh yeah, that was some 1970 shit. You know, like
terrible.
This stuff they got now is just.
I had fetishized this idea of my parents like stumbling in and seeing, like, I do smoke all the time, every day, have been for the last 8 years, whatever. But you know, like I'm not gonna, hey mom and dad, like I'm smoking weed. You guys want to jump in? So I put all my stuff away, and they were walking around, and my dad walked into my closet, walked into my bathroom, walked in my closet, my bong and all of my weed is tucked away in like very neatly in the corner where it's like, why are you looking here anyways? My dad, I'm walking and I'm like, yeah, here's my closet. He's looking at it, I'm like, that's my weed. He goes, okay. Walks on out. looks at my mom. My mom goes, "What's in there?" And he goes, "Nothing." And at that point, I realized my dream was dead. There is no point. My dad is calling the curtains. He's like, "You're not smoking weed with your parents. It's just not. We're not interested." If he's
I would ask.
If he's gonna move my mom away and be like, "Nothing's in there. There's nothing in there." I was
what
like,
you don't know is he
fine.
palmed like an eighth.
I walk back. I'm like, "Where's my jars? There's so much weed missing." Like,
got some strawberry cough, baby. Let's hit the road.